Portland be the 18th team in Major League Soccer.
It's the city of Portland's championship.
It is great to be home.
Sports Sunday with Orlando Sanchez.
Back in prime time. What is good, everyone? Welcome to Sports Sunday. My name is Orlando, alongside the one and only Art Edwards.
Yes.
How you holding up, man?
I'm going to be all right. I'm going to make it.
Okay, because we've got some stuff that's going to cheer you up.
I hope so.
I didn't think we were going to have to cheer you up this week, but I got you covered, man, because those Niners, they're causing a lot of stress in your world.
Yeah, brutal.
A little later in the show, we'll tell you how Tom Brady made a little history today. But this was his best effort. Meet Noah Reeb, a cancer survivor. Big props to him and a pretty cool sign. Brady just had to meet the fan after the game and gave him a Buccaneers hat. That is what you call the best pass of the day.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Love it.
We are not done yet. Those were the words from Beavers head coach Jonathan Smith. And they continue to ring true. They win at USC for the first time in 61 years. They beat Washington for the first time since 2011. And now they've snapped a 5-game losing streak against Utah. The Oregon State Beavers have put the Pac-12 Conference on notice. Let's roll to Corvallis. What a game this turned out to be.
Oh, yeah.
The Beavers rallied from a double-digit deficit to beat one of the hottest teams in the conference. They came up with the big play on special teams. Check this out. The blocked punt. Luke Musgrave. The scoop and score. Did you know that Oregon State has the top-rated offense in the conference?
Wow.
Well, they showed why, Art. Every red zone trip ended with points. The Beavers rushed for 260 yards. B.J. Baylor, 152 of them. The Beavers' defense made some of the plays of the day. On 2 separate occasions, they stopped Utah on 4th and goal. Just back-breaking moments for Utah. Oregon State wins 42-34. It's the Beavers' 5th win of the season. Look at Coach. He's hyped. They are 1 win away from qualifying for a bowl game for the first time since 2013.
You know, you got to win 6 to get to a bowl. We only won 5, so we still got business to take care of.
What's in front of us is bigger than going to a bowl game. And so the mantra is you're trying to win a game to make the next game bigger, and that's what we did tonight.
And a bowl game looks like a foregone conclusion here. All they got to do is win one of these remaining games. ESPN gives OSU a 98% chance of making a bowl game. And listen to this, ESPN giving them a 20% chance of winning the North and a 7% chance of winning a conference title. So, Art, how many wins do you see on that schedule right there?
I see at least 3. At least 3. Cal they're going to get, Colorado they're going to get, and I think they have a real good shot at Stanford.
That's 8. Yeah. I mean, what a time to be alive, Beaver Nation,
man, yeah.
and see how far they've come in the past few years under head coach Jonathan Smith.
Pretty amazing stuff.
So, Art, what has impressed you about this run, but specifically in this game against Utah?
Well, the way they came back. You know what? They started the game down, 14-0, and I thought, I thought, oh, man, they're in real trouble. This is going to be bad. And then they just kept going at it, and then all of a sudden you look up, and at the end of the game, they've got a big lead, a double-digit lead.
You made sure to point out Chance Nolan.
Oh, yeah. You know what? This time, he didn't throw any interceptions. You know what? He didn't throw for a ton of yards, but he did what he needed to do and made sure that they were in the right position at the right time.
And that passing game really set up their bread and butter, which is running the ball.
Absolutely. Run the rock. Man.
B.J. Baylor, he is making some money.
Yes, he is.
I mean, the plays that he's making, we're looking at him again saying, oh, this is running back university all over again.
All over again.
You keep it going with that rushing attack, and now they are in cruise control right now. But I love what Jonathan Smith had said there.
Yes. They got a lot more work to do. They got a lot of wins.
And they're not just satisfied with getting to a bowl game, even though that's just one win away.
More than that.
All right, let's talk about the Oregon Ducks. They moved up in the rankings. They're 7th in the latest AP poll and tied for the top spot in the Pac-12 North, after winning a marquee matchup in the conference over UCLA. The Rose Bowl was the place to be. Chip Kelly's squad set the tone in Pasadena, scoring on the opening drive. They blocked a Ducks punt, and by the end of the first quarter, they were up 14-0. Uh-oh. Then Oregon flipped the script. Coach Cristobal said the defense rose to the occasion, holding the Bruins to a season-low 110 rushing yards. Kayvon Thibodeau showed why he's considered one of the best players in America. 9 tackles, 2 sacks, forced a fumble, and the Ducks cashed in. Here is your most absurd stat. Running back Travis Dye scoring 4 touchdowns on 4 consecutive carries. What I'm saying is he touched the ball 4 times and got 4 touchdowns during that span. That's never happened before in the FBS. Dye ended up with 14 carries, 35 yards. And how about quarterback Anthony Brown? Made some big plays, chalking up 381 all-purpose yards, including this 43-yard touchdown. Oregon went on a 34-3 run. They took a 34-17 to lead. This game over, right? Nah, far from it. Brown threw a couple of interceptions in the 4th. UCLA came storming back. They get to within 3 points. And just like the last couple of games, it came down to Oregon's defense to make a play. There's that man, DJ James, coming through in the clutch. 2nd interception of the game. Oregon holds on for the 34-31 victory. They're now 6-1 on the season.
Man.
They've got 5 games left. They are 26.5-point favorites against Colorado on Saturday. They're in the driver's seat to win the conference and beyond. Art, what did you think about the Ducks' performance at UCLA?
It's like every week they can't put anyone away.
Right.
They got to make the game close, it feels like. I mean, this one, I was looking at, I saw the end of the game, and I thought, you know what, they're going to win by double digits. This is a good win. You know what, the committee, when they look at this, they're going to say, hey, yeah, you know, they beat a pretty good UCLA team. And the next thing I know, they're fighting for their lives.
Yeah, you definitely want those style points. We mentioned you're going to be really combing through the details with them because there's that much on the line with a chance to play in the college football playoff.
Absolutely. I mean, there might still be chances for them because Oklahoma doesn't look all that strong. Cincinnati still has SMU, which is a good team on their schedule. So maybe there are some possibilities. The Big Ten, who knows what's happening there, you know, because there are a lot of big games. You know, Michigan's got to play Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State. You know, Ohio State's got to still play Michigan State. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
You wish they didn't have to play down to their competition.
Yes.
You love when they play up to their competition.
Absolutely.
But that really is something they've got to figure out. And I know they've had a ton of injuries. They've had to make so many changes on the offensive line just to keep things going. The injuries have piled up on defense. Funa goes down in this game. So I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but they are dealing with a lot right now, and they've found a way to win, and you should never apologize for getting a W. Keep it moving. Take care of Colorado.
Yes.
Don't get anyone else hurt.
Exactly. Yes.
Can they win out, Art?
Yes.
You think they can?
Yes.
So if they do, you might be hedging a little bit on what you said last week, man.
I know. When I said there was no chance for the playoff. Maybe. Little chance.
Just win, baby.
Little. Yeah.
So this is going to be fun because this is what the Pac-12 North looks like. We are a month away from what could be a collision course between those Ducks and Beavers playing for the Pac-12 North. It has been years since that game, that rivalry game carries that type of weight.
That much. I'm loving it. I can hardly wait.
I know. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for that because we know that a lot can happen in this Pac-12 conference. There's a lot of parity within it. But man, if they can find a way to win out and have that game mean that much, whoo!
That would be great.
I'm looking forward to it, man. All right, we got more Sports Sunday still to come. We've got to talk NFL, including the Seahawks getting ready for Monday Night Football. Plus, what a difference 3 days can make. Where did these Blazers come from last night? And most importantly, how easily can they repeat that performance? Look at CJ.
Look at that.
Eaton. Plus, the action crazy Friday night. Jaysean McIver, right place, right time, off to the races, 85-yard return. But that's not our play of the week. We've got more. Sports Sunday rolls on. And welcome back to Sports Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks getting close to being in a must-win situation on Monday Night Football against those New Orleans Saints, man. The Seahawks, they're 2-4, and without Russell Wilson for at least the next couple of weeks due to that finger injury. Seattle went down to the wire against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but came up just short. Geno Smith, he played okay in that game, and Pete Carroll expects him to play even better on Monday night.
You know, he went through it, and he saw he could do it, and we could lean on him, and he could come through and make plays and all of that. And all of that helps. You know, after 4 years of sitting out, or 3.5 years of sitting out, you know, you need to get your confidence back aligned.
All right, Art, we use the cliche must win all the time, but how close is this to a must win?
Well, I think it's right there at it. You know, there's still some room because some other teams aren't playing particularly well in other divisions in the NFC. But I think they really do have to win this. They've got to get back on track, and it would really help them to win at least one of these games without Russell Wilson in the lineup.
Absolutely, and my concern isn't even so much with Geno Smith. It's with that defense. That defense has been the problem with this team and the reason why they're in this situation.
Yeah. But you can count on Jameis Winston for multiple interceptions probably.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, Art, it is time for us to take a trip around the NFL. The Chiefs look like they're in trouble, and another record for Tom Brady. We'll start our journey in Tampa Bay. The Bucs taking on the Chicago Bears. This was no contest. Tom Brady became the first player in NFL history to throw 600 career touchdown passes. That's Mike Evans there for the 9-yard scoring toss. Brady ended the game with 3 touchdown passes, and the Bucs, they routed the Bears 38-3. He had 4 in this game, man.
Hey, Tampa Bay, from there we head to the Music City and Nashville, Tennessee for the Titans hosting the Chiefs. Derrick Henry, he can do more than just tote the rock.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, throws a touchdown pass right there to Mike Cole. Prove it. 5 yards. Henry's passer rating, 127.1. That's pretty good.
Henry for MVP, man.
There you go. 27-3, they pound the Chiefs.
Ouch. Let's do some traveling to the Charm City. Baltimore taking on division rival Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase put on a show. Chase 201 yards receiving, Burrow over 400. Woo. And 3 touchdowns. Bengals beat the Ravens 41-17. The teams are tied on top of the AFC North. How about them Bengals?
Man, didn't see that coming. Hey, let's roll north to Foxborough, Massachusetts. New England playing the New York Jets in an AFC East matchup. Play the game right here. Pats bust out the trick play. Oh, former Milwaukee High player Kendrick Bourne. He throws a touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. 25 yards for the score, and he has a perfect passer rating. Pats score early and often, beat the Jets. New England wins at 54-13.
I love it when the locals shine like that.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed you are making it on Sports Sunday. And finally, let's go to the Southwest. Glendale, Arizona. A date between the unbeaten Cardinals, Houston Texans, and the Cardinals. They remain the only undefeated team in the league. Kyler Murray, another big day, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cards held the Texans to just 160 yards of total offense, smashing Houston 31-5.
Ouch.
Woo! Man. All right, man, let's bring it back to Rip City. The Portland Trail Blazers ready for a do-over after dropping their season opener to the Sacramento Kings. Who does that? Well, they bounced back in a big way in their second game of the season versus those Phoenix Suns. Where was this team Wednesday night? That's all I heard. The Blazers were clicking on all cylinders, paced by that man, C.J. McCollum's 28 points. Portland shot lights out. They knocked down 21 threes. That's a good thing. And the defense locked up a Suns team playing on the second night of a back-to-back. The bench players, they shined. 13 Blazers scored points. This was a certified blowout. Their largest lead, 37. Portland defeats Phoenix 134-105. First win of the season and first win for head coach Chauncey Billups.
Man, it was just beautiful. You know, it was beautiful to see, and it was beautiful not only for me, but for the guys to see what we're capable of when we're focused.
I mean, that's what you want to hear, right?
Yes.
Guard Norman Powell, he did not play in the second half due to a left knee injury. ESPN reporting that he may have avoided a serious injury. So that is a bright spot for a Blazers organization that is so used to these injuries. So, Art, your thoughts on the way the Blazers bounced back in game number 2?
Well, love to see the way they bounced back. You know what, after that first game, I mean, what can you take away from a first game? But still, they looked so bad in that first game at times that you wondered, is this what it's going to be like for maybe the first 10 games of the season? So it was great to see them really come through.
I think you're still going to see those growing pains, but positive to see them be able to perform like that because it lets you know how good they can be. And they did it against a really good team as well.
Yes.
All right, this is the NBA 75th anniversary. The league announced its 75 greatest players. Damian Lillard made the list.
All right.
The 75th anniversary team was voted on by the select media members, current and former players, coaches, and team executives. There is technically 76 players on the list because of a tie. Some other former Blazers to receive the honor: Bill Walton, Clyde Drexler, and Scottie Pippen.
Nice.
Let's do this. I was waiting for my music.
I know, you got to wait for
Friday
that.
Night Flights. Game of the week takes us to Lake Oswego for a little Thursday action. A thriller of a game. Jack Lane, go ahead, just throw it up. Let your man go get it in Gabe Olvera. Oh, you kidding me with that? West Lynn ends Lake O's unbeaten run with a 31-14 win. If you missed anything this week, we've got our full show and extended highlights from each game on KGW.com and the KGW YouTube page. Here we go. The final week of the regular season is here, and you've got to pick our main event. We've got 4 key matchups to pick from for your game of the week. You just saw Lake Oswego. They get their phenomenal crosstown rivals, Lake Ridge. League championships are on the line when Sherwood meets Liberty and Wilsonville visits Canby. And it is a league title or complete chaos when Union hosts Camas. Papermakers win the league title, or we have a 3-way tie. Wow. Woo! Log on to KGW.com/GOW to vote. Vote early, vote often. Let's go.
A shot to Dansby. He slides to it. He's got it. Throws over. There is a new champion of the National League, and it is the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, former Hillsborough Hobbs player Dansby Swanson right there with the play to send the Braves into the World Series. Atlanta makes it to the series for the first time since 1999. They'll play the Houston Astros. Astros are favored. Game 1 is Tuesday in Houston.
All right, Art, let's kick it for a minute.
All right.
Portland Timbers have gone from red hot to ice cold heading down the final stretch of the season. And it didn't get any better against the Colorado Rapids. They were shut out 2-0. They've lost 3 in a row now, but remain in 4th place in the West with 3 games left in the season. They're back at home on Wednesday against San Jose. How concerned are you for those Timbers?
Yeah, real concerned because they don't have a lot of wiggle room there, so they need to get it back together.
You mentioned that to me. You said, oh, I hope they didn't peak too soon.
Yep.
Because they looked like a serious threat, and now they're just trying to hold on, try and get that home game and clinch a playoff spot.
Yep.
Man. All right, we've got an injury update. Let's talk college hoops for a minute. 13th ranked Oregon Ducks center N'Faly Dante is about 4 to 6 weeks away from returning to the court after tearing his ACL last season. That's according to head coach Dana Altman, who talked to the media. He said Dante's return will be based on his continued progress, and he's working hard. Right. The Ducks open the season November 9th versus Texas Southern.
Hey, the preseason women's basketball, college basketball poll came out this week. It's the AP poll, and it's full of Pac-12 teams. Stanford 3rd, Ducks come in at 10, Oregon State 14. UCLA and Arizona also in the top 25.
That conference is stacked. I cannot wait for hoops to start. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Years and years of work ended with a big night in Seattle. Seattle Kraken opened their brand new arena last night, and the Stars, they were out. Hey, Russell Wilson, Sierra, the Rain Man, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, they were both in the house. The crowd on fire. It was an electric atmosphere. The team retired number 32 to recognize the 32,000 people who put down ticket deposits. Seattle also the league's 32nd franchise. Vancouver won 4-2. I like how Craig made sure to get that in.
Of course,
Craig.
Yeah.
You know, the Kraken will host Montreal Tuesday night. Last time the Canadiens were in Seattle back in 1919 when the 2 teams played for the Stanley Cup.
I wasn't even
NHL.
around then.
All right, we got to go. Good night, everyone. How are you going to say that?